ladies and gentlemen. It is day number 2 time in the 2026 APL Million 2.5K Centurion. We have an absolutely insane feature table lined up for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's play. Now, we didn't have the first couple of levels streamed today purely because it was going to be absolute anarchy in Southport this morning, or this afternoon, should I say. We've had over 200 additional entries today, and given the number that you guys might have seen yesterday, that only really means one thing. We have officially broken last year's record. We are skyrocketing with entries, nearing that 800 mark. We're up to over 770 entries right now. That number in the top right is going to be adjusting soon. We've got Bert, it's actually Bert Perry. On our table, we've got AJ Antonius from Survivor on our table. Nelson Don makes a reprieve. Corey Van Jay's here. Dean Sureb currently sitting at the table so that he doesn't have to ask about Jackson Young. Erwin Duger as well as Shane Baxter, David Atkins, and also Ross Coveney. So we've got plenty of names here, some of which you guys are going to be very familiar with, no strangers to the live stream. And I hope you guys are excited for a very nice day. I know I am. It's a good day to have a good day. It was pouring rain this morning, but everything has cleared up.
I haven't been on the table.
I went to Sushi Train. I have a lovely, lovely meal, and now I'm going to carry on.
My bad. My bad.
And sorry, the big show down in there. This way, it's smidge for me to
literally
behind that box.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
My feet were black. I gave everything to that challenge, but that was the only challenge the whole game that I tried. I didn't try any other challenge. But I already knew at that point that he had to change car that morning. He was taking me all over that morning. He had a chat with Josh and had an idea of what the chat was about. And then he approached me and was like, "Ain't taking me, bro, sorry." And I was like, "Yeah, fine." And he's like, "Just try your best to get out." I was like, "Okay." Otherwise, I was just going to get down the second side. I was literally just going to be like, "Alright, Caitlin, you got this, high five." No. Because I wanted to... I didn't like it. That was pretty brutal. I was like, oh, fuck.
Very, very excited about the Ladies Championship and the Monster Stack games I'm going to play in. Well, that's good for you, Maggie. I'm hoping it's going to be a good time. Best of luck for those events. Hopefully you're going to have a good run in both of those.
Oh, no, fun food. For the fun free challenge, but... Yeah. If it was fun and free. Yeah.
Mix asking, "Hey Jordan, how's things?" Was like close. Were you close to what, sir? I'm not sure what you mean by that one.
He thought he played the best game of all time. Because he won the challenges. And also because he was like socially pretty good. But he didn't understand that like he never made a move the whole game, so nobody respected him. Was he socially pretty good or was he just friendly? He was just friendly. Yeah. Like nobody ever came up to him and was like, "We want to get him."
You get 770 on the 2.5. I took the overs on 740. It's 779, as you can see in the top right, but I can tell you that that's a little bit different now, I think. Yep, 780 seems to be the final number. And we've had people dropping like flies. It looks like we're already down to 425. Shane putting in the ace-7 for 24.5k. Irwin's going to flick in king 8. Chop it up requested. Don't think somebody's going to be obliging with that one. Let's see all 5. A7 v king 8. Are we going to see an elimination or a hold? 10 window, jack, 5 behind. Diamonds are blocked by that 7. Jack on the turn needs to fade 8s and kings on the end. River card is another 7, a 7, excuse me. And so he finds the double up to 55k. Bert Perry. It's actually Bert Perry, not Bert Pert.
You win that, Corey?
Yeah.
Why didn't you jam? It's not like
We
that.
swapped love, sorry.
Hey, even if you lost, just so that I didn't have to call.
How can you play it? Yeah.
Yeah, 780 entries, $1.75 million in the prize pool. Top prize of 368,000 Australian dollars. Just an eye-watering amount of money. Nelson with the ace king O. He's going to find 3-bet up to what looks to be 40k. No, 35 in fact. AJ with the ace-7 offsuit. It's a little bit too wide to be peeling, I would think. However, he's sitting there and I'm sitting here. Does just let it go, however. So it's going to be the top 99 players paid.
You can add that first. But that's
Make the top 100 in this one. You're not quite there. You're going to get rid of one more person.
I'm a fucking dot around a list. This company, this is the project I've made. I made this app and this app. Cool shit.
Ace 10 for AJ. Laura Kelly saying, go Bert, Mexico watching. Wow. Has to be one of the furthest viewers we've had away from Australia so far this series, outside of Southside Ronnie from Canada. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you are doing well on this fine... Well, it's Monday here, but Sunday there.
Magic the Gathering, you go versus something like that. No.
Maybe.
I play a bunch of like TCG games for fun. This is not so good. Yeah. I just want to be fucking good.
Shane Baxter, a crusher from Adelaide. I think there's crushers all over the place at this table, to be honest. That snap folding the 6-5 suited.
What did you get? Not even the movie? Yes. Yeah. Sure, huh? Hey, have you dabbled in any Riftbound? Oh, bro, that's a game I actually want to get into because the player pool's huge. Massive. Like, they got a 1,400 person regional? 16, yeah. 16? In Sydney, yeah. Biggest TCG ever in Australia. That like blew my mind. So I want to get into it. You play? Yeah, I play. Is it good? Like, is it a good game? It's very good. What other TCGs have you played? I played like some casual Yu-Gi-Oh! I played a little bit of One Piece early on. And that's it for the most part. Yeah. What are the like? I've heard the game mechanics are pretty.
10-9-0 for Teen. Queen 5 for Nelson. Not going to win this one.
Going first is like a clear advantage. So that's probably where a lot of the luck is. But aside from
Maggie says meeting you would be great if you have time. What day are you here, Maggie? Or are you here today already?
I heard about I thought it was 1,400.
If I get the chance to take a break, I might go for a quick walk over to wherever the ladies' event is, see if I can say hello.
And a lot of the Grand Archive players are playing Riftbound.
Greg says, welcome everyone, one of my students playing that I coach there. CVJ, let's go.
Diversity is like maybe the best in any.
CVJ hasn't had the best series, but he did come 11th in the 1100 shot clock, so...
Regional just ran in Barcelona, like this weekend. And I think the most popular deck is maybe represented at like 12% or something. Yeah, see that. How long have you played for now? It's been out for about a year. I've been playing the whole time. How'd you get into it? So my housemate
Ace King for Nelson.
is right into trading cards. So
Irwin opens up the A7 of clubs.
that's a good game to start. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the kind words, Mick.
He came 22nd. We came 22nd. What did you get for it?
Will the team's event on Sunday be streamed? No, unfortunately. That will be when we are right in the middle of the main event. So that one definitely will not be streamed. The main event is going to be taking up all of our time over the weekend.
Why is that? Why there's so much deck diversity? So, yes, but also they ran one step down for a regional like a couple weeks ago, just after the new set release, without that pricing, and it was still like 13% or something was the most popular deck. That's crazy. So, yeah, that's really good. I think the second most popular one at this one, the Legend.
Ace 8-6. Irwin with top pair after calling this 3-bet from Nelson's going to be getting him into a little bit of trouble. 12K call made to the turn we go.
What did he get? What were the prizes? I don't remember exactly. There was a handful of different prize cards and stuff.
Another 6.
Like a few $1,000 worth of prizes. But,
Question of any special guests. It's going to be a little bit difficult today. So many people are going to want to be playing this event. So I don't know if we're going to be able to find too many special guests, but I'll try my best.
The guy that won was allegedly cheating also. It's really hard to cheat in these TCGs. Yeah. like you get deck checked, you just cut the deck usually, or you're allowed to shuffle their deck.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how he was doing it, but he's basically
Second shell of 32k from Nelson. Erwin,
a lot of the games that he
seeing this
played
backdoor
on
flush draw
stream,
pop up, knows that Nelson is going to be able to have some of those backdoor bluffs required to make this probably a continue for one more.
was always in his opening hand, and also the only card
Just to continue is fine, and that is what he'll do.
Okay. There must be a lot of like, mechanics in the game. So there's a lot
River card is a 7! Oh, that's brutal! Erwin rivering 2 pair.
Is there a lot of opportunities to like touch it down when
there's no shuffling of the deck almost at all.
Anyone
So whenever
unused
there's no
entry
deck
or
searching
entry
as of
to
yet, and whenever something would go back to your deck, it just goes to the bottom.
All in from Nelson and Erwin.
probably going to get into it.
It's a really good game.
You went at Sydney Regionals, right?
Recoils a little bit when the backdoor diamonds get there, but when you river 2 pair in this spot, you have to pay it off. This is a brutal one for Nelson. Finds a perfect triple off. Obviously, those diamonds getting there in the end isn't great.
I beat some value, but
Nelson doesn't want to hear that. I think when Erwin rivers this 2 pair, he has to just call. Nelson's going to be tripling off ace king pretty much all the time. And obviously those backdoor diamonds get there, so the bluffs get there. But if he's saying that he beats value when you river 2 pair, hands like ace king O, ace queen O are probably just going to be tripling this off. So you just have to run it, man. And unfortunately for Nelson, this is probably going to bring him to a very, very short spot in this event. Tap of the table from Nelson, classy as always, as Erwin takes himself up to 318k. Little bit of a nit roll, but obviously it's a very big event, and those backdoor diamonds wouldn't have made him comfortable.
sorry if that seemed like a nit roll.
No, that's a river.
Yeah, he does say so.
Sometimes you're just shocked. You're so shocked you hit the river, you got to think about it.
Like I feel like ace king, ace queen, maybe like the only value I'm beating.
Don't talk about the hand, Erwin. As Nelson down to 6.9 bigs.
That's right. You're allowed to use one-time bank on all in. I think that's reasonable to me.
Yeah. I mean, I probably didn't even need the time bank, to be honest. I kind of like had already sort of made up my mind, but I just wanted to.
Stop talking about the hand, Erwin. Nelson
Right,
just nodding like, yep, come on, man.
Yeah. One-time bank's super reasonable. 2-time banks there. We'll call you a net.
No problem.
Good energy from these guys so far.
Yeah.
I already bought a ticket for 600 on the break.
That's confidence.
Always got a backup plan.
Can you get refunded?
As long as it's before they're locked out.
Yeah.
Don't want to wait 4 hours again.
Yeah, that's you got to. Yeah, you got to.
Bert with the ace-6 of diamonds finds the raise from gun. Over to Dean on the button. David's king 7 is going to come along. And there's a 7 in the window and a 6 behind.
Cost of a rooster.
Dangerous for Bert.
You know? Like for non.
$200?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah. Yes. Some of the expensive ones might be 500.
Super.
Yeah. During the set, the first set, I think the most expensive one was like $800 or something. But like, you can build decks that are like competitive at a regional for under $100.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
And the expensive cards are like the alternate ones, right?
Yeah, the alt-art ones are going to be the most expensive ones. There's some that are just like rare that are really like that are mandatory for certain decks that end up getting expensive. Like there's a
Looks
couple
like
of
David's
them
going to
that
take
work
that
out
one.
just because like they're mandatory.
Getting chick jammed on the
You play
flop.
that color, you play 3 of this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's super cheap. But it's a good structure. That's why the game's running so big.
Yeah.
Grand Archive, the game I'm playing now, the average deck cost is like $1,000.
Yeah, right.
And I think it's just a bit out of reach for a lot of people.
Yeah, especially if you want like teenagers to play and stuff as well.
Grand Archive is definitely like a 25 plus game. Yeah. I don't know anybody young playing it.
I mean, they can't, right? The deck costs $1,000.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Hurt is the word. Just don't worry, guys. We have asked for that to be changed. $780 entrants is absolutely bonkers. Nick's asking if there are any big stacks. I haven't had the chance to go for a walk around. I might in a moment. If you guys are okay with that, I might disappear for about 5 minutes. Go and see if I can do a bit of a scout of the field. Come back and let you know any big stacks that I can see. I'll also have a chat with our media team to see if they can let me know about anything that's going on out there. But let me know if you guys are all right with that, and I'll go for a quick walk. Queen 9 deuce, says Bert, is unable to improve with this Jack 3 suited defend. Has Rego closed? Yes, Rego closed at the start of this level. Ace of spades turn. Check mark with AJ. $4K, and I think Bert's going to be snap folding this one.
The deck that I'm playing at the moment probably.
How quickly do we think we'll get to the money given the bust outs already?
Copies of like a
Oh
$50
man,
card.
not for a long time. Maybe like
And everything else is like
11 local time, maybe even later than that. Probably like 8 hours or 7 hours.
Players in other
I was
corners,
playing a
if you have
similar one
any
in set 1, and it doesn't
Well, usually in the money the average stacks are around 40 bigs.
But like, if you really need a cheap deck, you can just not use that and like substitute something else in that's slightly worse, and now your deck's $20.
Yeah.
So the average stack's going to be around $1 million,
I was like, they're called SIGs.
which means that it's going to have to be at the 25K big blind level,
Yeah, SIGs. Yep.
or the 24K big blind. So that's going to be like
per case or something or whatever.
after midnight. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe 1 every 2 or something.
How much
like
they
that.
worth on average?
Oh, actually, no, sorry, it won't be 100K big blind. It'll probably be around the 20K big blind level. So
Like, I think
yeah, it's going to be later than 11 PM, I'd say.
I think the majority of them are at least like.
It's going to be a bloody late one. That's
at
all I
least
know.
1,000. Maybe some of the cheaper ones are like close to 1,000. Some of the more expensive ones might be 5 or more.
Yeah, okay. 5 grand.
Bert's going to jam the king 4. Ross at the queen 7 should definitely be calling pretty much any 2 here, though he does have only 19 bigs. He's going to flick it in. King 4 suited for Bert. He's to fade at the computer. Eight window, king 4 behind, spades alive for the queen 7. No spade on the turn, needs to fade spades on the end. Can he do it? He can.
It's never easy though.
Very occasionally it is easy. Like if you flop a flush and they have an unpaired hand.
That's a very rare, very rare.
That's the only way to get someone drawing down the flop. So you flop a flush and they have an unpaired hand. For no reason.
You know, I actually had a hand in this tournament where I flopped the king high flush. And the guy bets and I call, and the turn the guy bets and the guy goes all in and I call and I'm like, he's dead, surely, right? And he had an overpair with the ace of, like the ace of that
Didn't
suit,
make the money
and he
until
hit it, and I was like,
3:30
man,
AM
this
with
game's just not
580 entries. So maybe it's
How
going
is
to be
he
a
not
tomorrow
dead
thing. Jeez, that'll be insane.
card trading card games a lot.
Yeah, yeah. There was one like kind of obscure one that you were really good at, right? When I say obscure, I mean it's not like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering.
No.
Yeah.
In terms of ability, the game I was best at for a Game of Thrones, the card game.
Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a great game.
Yeah, cool.
What's
Is
that?
it similar to something?
Looking for any
I haven't
more
played
alternates
Games
in the
of Thrones. I know
Centurion.
Can definitely ask for that to be the case, Monster, but thank you for that recommendation. Shane all in with the King Queen. Irwin has put in the raise with Ace Jack. I think he's going to be pulling this off.
You have gold producing like
So King Queen all in and at risk against Ace Jack offsuit.
spend gold to get more gold producing things or to play cards. But there was
I will say, guys, that we're scheduled to come back at 11 tomorrow, so I can't see us finishing at 3 a.m. Ace window 10 behind, so he does still have a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw. Turn card is another deuce. Needs one of 3 remaining jacks on the end. Not today, Zerg. GG's.
and you have 7 slots.
Thank you for taking part in this iconic and memorable tournament.
You can choose the order. So sometimes you're forced to play what you don't want to play. But that part of the game is amazing.
That sounds very skill based.
Yeah, it is. It was a great game. It got a bit degenerate towards the end. It got really combo-y at the later part of the game.
Yeah. The more sets they release in games,
Always.
yeah.
But the one I have played the most in my life is Vampire,
Yeah.
which is the second TCG anime. It's still going. And it's like based on Vampire Masquerade. It's like a gothic horror punk game, and you're like using vampires and new shit. But so Richard Garfield, who made Magic, he made it the next year. So in '94 he made Vampire. All wizards. And he fixed mana and fixed card draw in the second game he ever made. So you use your life to influence out the vampires.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And cards, you have a hand size. It's usually 7, and some cards increase it. And anytime you play a card, you replace the card. So there's no card advantage, no longer a
That is sick.
really incredible design.
How did that not pick up? I haven't even
Well,
heard of it. I played this all
Yeah,
in my life.
it's almost died a couple of times. And it's also really good multiplayer. So it's 5 is the best, 4 is good, 3 and below.
Nelson sends in the Ace 8 offsuit. Plenty happening out there, guys. I apologize about the sound.
Like this, like nudity and blood and guts.
Okay, so that's
Levels have been adjusted, so in about 20 minutes it'll be a little bit clearer.
that's pretty cool for a minute.
Corey's going to put in the call with the King Jack, trying to find the elimination of Nelson here. Irwin with Ace 6.
The other cool part about it is it's an eternal format. It's been going since the 90s. There's a small ban.
Just going to
Usually the
fold.
cards that are banned are like
Natural
cards that
announce.
require
Let's see if
anti-use
Natural can
or
hold up.
racist stuff, weird, just weird stuff. There's nothing. Yeah, there's a couple like questionable ones from
From the early years.
the like 90s. Yeah, that one's great. Played the Lord of the Rings card game early 2000.
Deuce of clubs, 8 of clubs, Queen of clubs. As that is almost entirely GG. Oh, Queen on the turn. Needs a Queen and 8 on the river. Instead the 4 of diamonds, as we will say GG's to Nelson Dong. Pretty brutal one with that Ace King against the Ace 7 earlier.
So many games. So basically, your cards are your mana.
Yep.
You put them down for the turn,
Face down or whatever. Or
face down, and then at the beginning of the next turn you get them all back.
back to hand.
Back to hand.
Okay, cool.
So it completely fixes the mana.
And then do you choose how many you can put down, or is it based on
You choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if a card costs 3, you have to put 3 cards down.
Yeah.
If a card costs 5, you put 5 cards.
So that's like another way of limiting. You can't chain together a bunch of high cost cards in that turn.
Exactly. And the only way to do it is to keep drawing more cards and then play those cards. Great mana system. Fantastic. They've even got 2 decks. Like they've got a 12 card deck, and you can pick any card you want from it per turn. So you effectively draw 2 cards per turn.
Oh, that's cool.
One is a choice.
So that's kind of like the plots in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That's why I thought the plots were cool.
Plots were super cool because in that game, you could do challenges where how you compete, and you could do a military, intrigue, or political. Your plot tells you the claim value of the challenge. That's like the magnitude of the challenge. So some plots would have like a 2 claim, which means really very devastating. The military, you have to kill two of your guys if you lose
so
a 2 claim challenge.
Yeah, so
And
it's
then
cost.
intrigue was like discard cards, and then power was like political's power to basically the win condition. It's a really cool game.
Each of you play like one of those a turn.
One of those a turn, and so you're trying to time because you have an idea of what your opponent's playing.
Yeah.
And you're trying to counteract what their plot choice might be. And sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot, you're like, fuck, I played this too early or whatever. And then other times, you've got a board wipe coming up in your plot deck, and you're like, fuck, I've got the board advantage, I don't want to play my board wipe, but you're forced to because it's, turn 7 or whatever.
And you
have to play it. You have to play them. You can play them in any order, but once you play one, you have to play the rest of the deck before they recycle.
so you can like trap your opponents can trap you knowing that you have a board wipe coming up.
They can conserve as well, like, okay, he's probably got a board wipe, so I'll just chill for a few turns and hopefully survive or whatever.
That's a cool mechanic.
There's the Lord of the Rings card game in the early 2000s, one of my favorite head-to-head games, where you have a Fellowship and a Shadow deck in the same deck. In your Fellowship side, you're trying to get to Mount Doom, destroy the ring, so you have one win condition there. The other win condition is you can overwhelm your opponent's ring bearer. So it's an asymmetric game, so I take a turn with my good guys. Every card I play that costs good guy points, you get to play bad guys to attack me on that side. And then we swap every turn. So there's 2 ways to win, which is really cool.
I love hearing the mechanics of all these card games and seeing
There's
how
so
they
many
try
great-
to do something original.
There's so many great lost mechanics, but there's also a lot of new games inventing new cool shit too. Yeah.
I love playing like a new game. I'm like, oh, like they've got this right, or sometimes they haven't got this right, or whatever it is.
Have you guys played the Star Wars Unleashed or something like that?
That's not the FFG one.
I'm not sure.
Is it a card?
Yeah, trading card. You've got like a ground side and air side.
Hope you guys are enjoying this tabletop card game conversation.
Simultaneous turn games are great when they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That fixes a lot of things too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can have stalemates in games. It's non-simultaneous. You're like, well, I don't want to attack you because I can't defend, and then you get these like stalemate wars.
Yeah, this one's it's good. You basically like at the start of each turn, like someone's gonna have like the priority basically. So they'll make the first action, and then the next person makes an action. And if you're the first one to choose to stop making actions this turn,
Surprised Bert and Corey haven't talked about Slay the Spy yet.
like
There's an advantage to passing.
yeah, the strategy in passing early. So sometimes you want to just like not use something because you know that they're going to pass to then have prior next turn.
This is one back, right?
The Vampire's my favorite game ever. I still play it.
We do have 2 overs.
But it requires 4 to 5 players or something.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I still play. I play like Magic on a ring up here.
Yeah, okay.
And I play a bit of Commander sometimes.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I've never played Magic. I don't know how.
It's a very flawed. It's a great game, but it is flawed because it's got all of its mechanics from 1993.
Yeah, seems hard to get into at this point as well, right?
Yeah, it's just also they're kind of killing the game. They're releasing way too many sets.
Yeah.
They've injected all these other IPs into it now. You can get Marvel, Magic.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I saw there was like a Final Fantasy set that came out.
That was a great set.
Yeah.
I've never played Final Fantasy at all, but the set was great. But most of the they're called Universes Beyond. They've got like the White Shrew is a Magic card now. For the office. It's like that.
Yeah, sure.
It's money grabbing. Since Hasbro bought it.
Yeah, sure. What can you do?
What can you do? There's a great game called Netrunner.
Okay.
Cyberpunk game.
Sure.
In the 90s, it got revived maybe 8-10 years ago.
Okay.
And it was amazing.
King, Queen, and 4 deuce to a flop of Jack 7-5.
Run into your
David
opponent's
flopping very nicely here.
Okay.
And you like, it's really cool. You build their deck to do that.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Then they do the same thing.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, sorry, that's a completely asymmetric game where if I'm playing Corporation, you have to play Runner. And then we swap.
right, okay.
We have a different. We have our.
So like each have a turn playing in a different side. Yeah,
decks, yeah.
I have to call it off.
yeah, that's fun. There's like the Power World game just you said that.
Another big video game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it's a Pokemon ripoff, but it's a Pokemon game. And now they have a card game also.
The Pokemon card game was so bad.
If he's that bigger on
I
the
played it a bit as a game when I was like 13, 14.
Yeah, it's just rubbish, right?
Terrible.
Yeah.
So much coin flipping and
Yeah.
there was one. I have played some games where there's almost not enough luck, where it's kind of approaching chess, where it's like really grindy and
or putting in the work, knocking out the players, making the table easier for us.
Yeah, that's
So there is
that's not why we played, right?
You want to have some variance in it.
David firing
He's probably just
once again after raising the flop. AJ's king of diamonds. Does he want to continue for 32.5? We can see that it's being sized up for a river jam.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're playing a 5-player game, if you're across from me, we're kind of allies.
Yeah, sure.
But if I eliminate this guy, then you're my next.
Oh,
right?
okay.
But
And
for
so
now,
you
we're
play down
friends.
to one player?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And there's like little tit for tat deals you can make. Hey, I'll do this for you.
Let's another look at it. Doesn't have the queen of diamonds and is going to let it go. So big pot there for David. Gets himself up to 202,000. AJ still cruising at 160.
That sounds very
100k starting stack in this one, hence the name.
It can be sometimes you get on
And you know what, guys? I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to go for a quick walk, have a look around the room, try and find some of the notable stacks, give you guys a little bit of info as to what exactly is going on. We are officially past the halfway point for players remaining. There's 780, and live in real time, we've got 369 players remaining. So we're getting a little bit down, but there's still so much time to go in this one. I can't imagine we're going to be in the money any early time today. That being said, I'm going to go for that walk, and I'm going to let you guys know who is lingering with a monster stack. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, sick.
So you can like banish someone's dude at the table and be like, I want to banish this guy. Who's with me? You know, and you have a vote.
Wow.
You can I'll give you my votes if you do this for me on my turn or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds very fun.
Yeah. There's a lot of hurt feelings.
I can imagine.
Okay. I think I have maybe
Whatever, cool, whatever.
5 more.
Yours is 35?
35.
Yeah, okay, so go on, guys.
Look.
This is me. Ace King.
I folded Ace King in the main. I didn't like doing it.
Redemption, perhaps.
I was against Kings and Aces, so we fold.
Always the fucking last.
Oh god. How good, we're peaking.
Never give up.
Never. You got me talking about card games, I started getting happy again.
And then the cards came.
I've always loved card games because it was a place when I was a teenager. I'd go to the local card store. I lived in small town America, and I was a bit of a nerd. I was an atheist. I was from Australia, and I was living in the US in a farming town. And I was quite an outsider. And I'd go to the card store, and there'd be like kind of dudes
And
there.
it's just your people, right?
It's my people, bro. And we'd go like see the new movies coming out, all that sort of stuff. Play games and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's sick. I've actually found the Riftbound movie.
Good
Actually
community.
fantastic.
Yeah. Chips on. That's a big. It makes a big difference.
Huge difference.
The Game of Thrones community was incredible.
Yeah.
And then I played some other games where I'm like, I wouldn't really want to hang out with these people outside of the game.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard that from people before about a few of the different games.
Just
So
hit
they're
this.
like, they love the game, but they don't really enjoy the people they're playing with. No, Riftbound's been awesome.
It's pretty competitive, right? You said there's a.
Yeah, it's very
I like it. It needs to be a pretty fierce competitive game for me to enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good feel where I think Riot knows what they're doing in like creating the avenues for it to be competitive and it to be accessible.
So Ryan, I've got a story about them. I used to play a card game called Legend of Five Rings, samurai card game, and it's a great game. And I went over there in 2018. It's dead now for the world champs.
Oh really?
place, 368.
Players in the 600 spread with an R into the reserve list, completely wait aside. If you do have a table number, we have re-rolled some new seats, so you have to move the tables. Please come and see me.
Riot games.
Yeah.
I played this game called Legend of Five Rings. It's huge at the time, but it's still niche compared to.
Yeah.
But all the
Yeah, the main stuff, yeah.
I think the world champs had like 300 players, maybe,
Okay.
which is
Cool. Yeah.
big in that sphere. But
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I knew a guy who worked at Riot, and he also played Legend of Five Rings. So I went to visit. We travelled over to the US to play the world champs. We went to visit him for his work, and then I played Legend of Five Rings with the vice president of Riot on his lunch break. I got to talk to him about dude, at the Riot campus, and we played a pretty cool games. So yeah, but then they ended up making card. They actually had another card game online called Legends of
Runeterra.
That was good.
Yeah.
I played that a little bit.
Yeah.
But I haven't played Runeterra yet.
My housemate got rank 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. That's.
I played
That's
that in
how
early
some
access,
card games,
and then maybe the first season, and then I kind of stopped.
Yeah.
That was a very good game. Cool
Yeah.
design.
I never played it.
It wouldn't really work in paper, I feel like.
Sure.
Yeah.
This is Runeterra.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good game, but it's like Hearthstone.
Yeah, too random.
Deal with the 600 sprint, like a step up and deal, 100, 200, 100, 200.
You go like 110 behind?
104.5.
What's up?
Yeah, they have a huge campus, Riot Games, and it's like better than any university campus I've been to. They have free food and like this huge canteen. They had like a coffee shop that was themed like Bilgewater, one of the locations.
Oh,
they get.
that's so cool.
And you go in there and everything's free. You just order whatever you want. They got baristas in there, just make it up, you know. And they had the League of Legends Worlds was on
Yeah. Okay.
at that time.
So
and they had
pumping.
it was in Korea that year.
Yeah.
And they had this huge like stadium seating auditorium where they were all watching it. And if you're staff and you had a break, whatever, you could go watch the games.
That's very cool.
They
would've been super high
really
that time
care
too,
about
so-
the competitive.
Yes.
Really care about the competitive part of their games to make sure that they flourish. So they understand that that's where casuals want to play.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of the-
Well, I mean, it's sort of similar to poker in a sense where like they just
Yes.
want to keep the dream alive, right? The dream's a big part of it.
I'll definitely try
Did they
Runeterra.
spell your last name with a T?
I think they fixed it later, but yeah. but it's not the worst name I've been named on the stream. They were called Joan once in China. Yeah. Jone though. No, it was China Poker Games is in Hainan Island, which is like they only do tournaments, and it's kind of dubious. They're the only ones that permit. Yeah, I think it's super high tax and rate, but they promised me that I wouldn't have to pay tax for it. So. It's amazing. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, it is really. You've been there. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Oh, really? Oh,
I go there like 5-6 times.
yeah, okay. Yeah, so I flew into Haiku, and then took the train. Huzhou.
Yeah.
And I took the train to Sanya. Sanya was with me. Yeah.
Sanya's beautiful.
Sanya's really cool. It makes the rest of the world look 20 years behind.
I always say that when I go there, it's like you see shit, but you don't even know one unless you go there.
It's hard to, yeah. I haven't got to mainland yet, but
really?
no, and I've never been to Macau either, so at some point I'll get around to it. You play match? Yeah. We've got tournaments coming back. There's like, yeah, MGM's doing a small series at the moment. More cash getting back.
Yeah. I get it.
So it'll take a long time.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta make a 3-day
You
trip.
play like this series of 3 events, 4 events, 5 nights.
It's like a week at least, 10 days. Yeah. No, I understand. 5K is going to be risky. This year or? I came late, so I was in Korea. I was playing Korea.
All right, guys, I've been for a bit of a walk, and as I was on my walk, I was lucky enough, but also unfortunate enough to locate myself a victim to come and join me in the comms booth. Mr. Crilly, how you doing, Lachlan? Unfortunately, not good in the Centurion, but plenty of stuff still to go, right?
Yeah, overall, going very well. Poker-wise, not so well, but these are always like a poker Christmas, so it's good seeing all the boys here, playing a lot of cards. But yeah, just busted the Centurion, which is sad because it's a nice one to play, but it means I get to be in the booth with you, which is always a positive.
Get to chat some nonsense. Before we go any further, last night, 2-all. How do you feel about that one?
Well, I didn't watch it because I was being sensible and going to bed early for the Centurion. Now I kind of wish I watched it, but yeah, I guess we'll take the result. I did see the highlights, soft penalty, so I guess you got to be grateful when you get those on your side.
Yep, because it was going to be a pretty tough game, especially with all the changes that have happened in Newcastle and all the changes with you guys as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those seasons where we're just going to be having to rebuild and getting used to the new changes coming in.
Well, at least you didn't start your Premier League campaign mauled by the Tigers, is what I'll say.
Yeah,
That was
that's
just devastating. Ace-10 and Queen Deuce. Looks like there's been a couple of changes, guys. Can somebody fill me in on how Bert suddenly has 6x the stack that he had before? I feel like I missed something very important. Also, I went for a quick walk around the room and I came across a couple of guys that had mountains of chips. I think the current chip leader in this tournament is going to be close between Shem Goltz,
yeah.
Shem Goltz and Xia Peng, who we had at this table yesterday. Both of those guys look like they had around 850,000, which is currently 4x average, which isn't too bad, I guess. Oliver Corey also had around 650k. We can see Alex Thompson, a fresh face in seat number 2, for me with around 500. Plenty of 500k stacks out there. So it's going to be interesting to see who kind of takes the lead. When we go on our next break, I'll go for another walk and I'll come back and tell you guys who's got what. Ace of Diamonds on the turn. River is the 6 of Spades. So that front door flush completing. Not sure what Irwin's doing with the Queen Deuce on the turn, but he is going to lose that pot. Played with a couple of these guys a fair bit. I know that obviously Corey, being from Queensland, you would have played with him a bunch. Irwin as well, I think.
Yeah. Irwin's been playing a bit more recently, I'd say. He's come on the scene maybe the last 12 months, 18 months. So anyone from, I guess, anyone Australia-wide I play with quite regularly. So Irwin and CBJ. I haven't played with AJ before, but I know he's been around a long time. Know Dean relatively well. He plays down in Melbourne, the local stuff. And then obviously Bert. He's been around a long time, very experienced. And I don't really know Alex Thompson, but I've heard his name thrown around a bit. Apparently he's young and up and coming, so we'll be good to see how he navigates.
So real time went down to 347 players of 780. Before this event, did you expect it to go bigger or smaller than last year's tournament? Last year had 721.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to top. Once we saw the numbers pumping yesterday, We kind of did a line at like 750, and that's already been crushed. So I guess you just got to expect it to be bigger every year. I think they are probably capping themselves with the amount of numbers they could have per se, but it's still pretty incredible for a 2.5K.
Nathan Gregory is a Leeds fan, and he's saying perfect Premier League opening round at Jordan Bromley. Nathan, go to sleep. It's like 2 a.m. in Colorado. Go to sleep. He's based there now. You probably would have played with Nathan a fair bit.
Who's that?
He's an unknown player.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Sorry to oust you there, Nathan, but anyway.
I do know an unknown player.
King 9-4, couple of diamonds, CVJ with this overpair, Irwin with a gutter ball, and a backdoor flush draw. So Bert won a 3-way all in, ace king versus ace jack and tens. Well, fair enough. That's probably one way to do it.
Well, there are runouts.
That is probably not one of them.
Interesting if Corey's going to start playing some checks. Let those floats bluff. You've protected with the ace of diamonds. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, I like this. I actually really like this, protecting your checking range with a really nice hand that is protected on later streets. Let those floats, like, you know, those queen jack, jack 10, queen 10 suiteds bluff. Maybe even let a hand like 10s or like 9-8 suited, ace, you know, jack 9 suited start value owning a bit.
Looks like he is going to get a bet out of Irwin.
Yeah, this is nice by CVJ.
Do you think there's any thoughts with the fact that he's double blocking the ace-king suited? Obviously, in this position, he's probably just going to see that being a 3-bet almost always, right?
Yeah, probably not as much. I think we expect, especially ace-king suited, 2-3-bet. Most players just auto 3-bet ace-king always. I think he's more thinking about letting those broadways bluff.
Owen rivering a pair here. Do you think we're going
Owen's just going to snap check.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to go
check.
thin just in case. Yeah.
That actually reminds me, off the back of your play yesterday, you were playing. Did you you late reg yesterday? But did you have the opportunity to play the early levels? Did you see it from the start?
No. I regoed around because I went to dinner around 4:30, and we got in at about 6:30, and it was a 3-hour wait from there. So I didn't get to play any of the early levels. I sat around 10, so I played
an hour and a half or so.
Yeah, around 2 levels.
It was just, it's curious for me. I would love to chat with somebody who played the super early goings, because there were a lot of guys that were playing kind of 150, 200 bigs deep.
Yeah.
On the feature table especially, and I was seeing some stuff that was pretty adventurous. Yeah. Guys were finding just like cold 5s versus under the gun with stuff that you should just never
day
be involved in
ones,
that deep. Especially.
Day ones, people just like to get up to no good.
Yeah.
Especially early levels, a lot of chips to play with.
With the ace queen suited. Obviously, we had a chat before. You're a member of the Chop You Up fantasy team, but also Deep Blue is on your horizons as well. Any Deep Blue guys that you've got drafted still in this one, or spinning stacks up that you're aware of?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty bad. I can't even remember who's on our team. I think we're dead last. But I think Joe Sandev is in. Chris Edgar might be in. Mal, I think he bagged pretty well. Malcolm bagged well yesterday.
He said yesterday that he got hand one he played. He got windmill the bluff in his face, which was kind of interesting.
Well, what he said is pretty bang on. When you start getting a name or players see you on the TV, they want to do the big hero call, the big hero bluff on you.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to adjust to that. Something like Joe Hashem had to do all through his career, right?
Yeah. Including phones in the walls. Luke with the question, what time do they play until tonight? It's a good question. I had a conversation with one of our floor staff earlier. Don't have an exact time. Somebody told us that apparently last year with 580 entries, they got to the money at 3 a.m. But I can't see that being a thing today. I'm not really sure at what point we will be getting down to that 99 player mark. We're at 334 right now. Average stack is around 46 bigs.
I think it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a very, very long day.
I might not even get there.
And the other thing is that tomorrow is an 11 a.m. start. So we can't really be playing past like that 1 a.m. mark. Otherwise, these guys are going to be exhausted. So
I know in previous years they have, but I think from what I've seen already with day one ending at 11:20 and then starting at 1 p.m. It's a good balance to have enough sleep and be prepared. So hopefully I know they do have scheduling, but hopefully that kind of carries through.
Yep. And I will say that probably be prepared for this to go to a 4th day as well. Last year we did have a 4th day.
So.
But with 780 entries, I imagine that Jackstar Day 2 is probably going to be ever so slightly hindered by a couple of tables of Centurion, which obviously is not what you want to see, but the case anyway is CVJ turns himself a royal flush draw. Along with that flush, David with those trips feeling not so good about that turn card, but maybe he was waiting to try and find the delay check raise. Instead, he's going to be running into it.
Yeah, I mean, you'd still not be as comfortable, but it's, you'd still be relatively comfortable. CVJ can definitely beat bet hands that you beat for value.
Is just going to call, so to the river we go. We're going to see our first royal flush on the stream. Is the Jack of Clubs live? No, it's the King of Hearts. Yeah, CVJ holds on.
Yeah, if CVJ starts bombing this, then I'd really start feeling uncomfortable. Oh, it looks like he's leading.
Interesting. I don't think Corey's going to respond to this with kindness.
No.
So I've just received word as to what go is going to be for today's play. We're going to play until the conclusion of level 19, which is going to be the 10K, 20K level, which is going to be around midnight, I think. So... the current level we're playing is 2-4. So we're currently playing at level 12, which means that we've got 7 full hours of play. Plus about an hour of breaks. So yeah, we are looking at around that. Maybe 1 a.m. mark, actually. Not midnight, but yep. It's going to be a long one. If you guys have any questions for Curly, send them through. Not promising it's going to be a good answer, but we'll try our best. Michael's asking, where's Nelson? Nelson, unfortunately, ran into a River 2 pair with his ace-king. Found the 3-bet and tripled off on ace-6, 8-8... Oh, sorry, ace-6, 8-6, 7. So, no good for him in that one. As the ace-7 eliminated him. Well, not quite eliminated him, but he was eliminated not long after. Time make use from David. Not quite deep enough to find the 3-bet whack, huh?
No. These are really tough. Like, you're kind of wanting him to be turning, like under pairs. So, double barrel, for value, and then kind of like that mergy on the turn. And then also, yeah, realistically, this is a very good fold. Like, you can name bluffs, but it's another thing for players actually finding them in game, especially when you play that line that's relatively strong, where you've called and led. I think that's a pretty strong line, and then Corey's going over the top as well.
Yep. It's kind of interesting. There was a hand yesterday where Nathaniel actually located a check raise triple and found a double with King 4 against King Jack on King 4-3. Yeah. It was one of those spots where it was a double flush draw turn and then ace river. Yeah. Bricking both flush draws, and he still went for it and got the call. Do you find that people are overbluffing these kind of brick runouts, or do you find that that's the spot where people tend to just slow straight down?
I'd say players tend to underbluff when it's when things brick, and then when cards are better for the opponent's range. Like ace coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty dicey river.
It is. Not saying players aren't capable of doing it. It's just, if you had to lean one way between overbluffed and underbluffed, it tends to be underbluffed.
Outside of the Jackstar in the main, any other tournaments you got your eye on for this one? There is that shot clock PLO. You're interested in that one?
That'll be, what, is that later?
I think that's actually today.
There is one today. There is a PLO today. Obviously the 5K as well at some point, if the main doesn't go any well, but it's always the big three. The big three are always the focus.
That PLO shot clock does kick off today at 6 p.m.
Yeah. And I know, I guess me being a part of a fantasy team, they'd like me to say I would play everything, but realistically, they know I won't.
Also, those of you that are interested, there is one tonight on at 8 p.m. that's probably worthy to be on your radars always gets a truckload of entrants. The 25-seat guarantee mega satellite at 8 p.m. tonight. Last year, I think it ended up getting like 60 or 70.
Is that for the main?
Main/Jackstar, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So that one's definitely worthwhile thinking about. And then obviously, yeah, the Jackstar kicking off tomorrow at 3 p.m.
I'd say if you want to sit early, we know what the trend has been the last few years. Get your ticket early. So
It's pretty crazy, actually. In the main room for the Jackstar on Wednesday, there's no other event running north of $120 until 4 p.m.
Okay.
So the whole place is just going to be empty purely for Jackstar.
I think that's pretty wise.
Yeah.
Seeing numbers that we've seen the last couple of years for that tournament, everyone loves it. Good price point.
Saw a post last night, actually, from Nathaniel and Dale together. Obviously, the three of you rocking your matching patches. I don't know how much we don't want to chat about that. But anyway, I don't want to get in trouble. I'm happy to chat about it. But seeing the amount of Centurions and events you guys have won together was pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, Nathaniel's got an insane record here at APL. That's just his Centurion wins, let alone every other win he's had. I haven't had that much success with the APL, but still have won a APL PT Centurion. And, well, he just wins everything.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many trophies he has, which is pretty impressive.
Without going too deep in the weeds to it, what's it like being a sponsored pro now?
Yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable. I'd say it's nice to represent like a brand that we believe in, but then also be a point that players can go to, someone that, you know, they can talk to or feel comfortable with questions and stuff, and we can hopefully make a difference to grow the game as well.
Yep.
So for me, it's an honor to be able to represent a brand, but then also be able to help people as well with their journey.
Yep.
Yeah.
You still, I actually saw a post probably a couple of weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. There was a gentleman that maybe during the WSOP you're coaching from South Africa that actually shipped a bracelet.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were coaching internationally. Obviously, we've got, what's the guy's name that's overseas at the moment? I follow him on Instagram. I always see the post that he's got. He's South African as well.
Oh, Divan.
Yeah, I always see
Div.
Divan's post and the tournaments that he's playing over there. But yeah, I didn't realize you were extending your coaching that far.
So he's maybe we'll see this hand if he gets through.
188k.
Probably will. This is a pretty nice find by Bert. Yeah, this will get through.
David asked for numbers and he's covering the both of them.
It'll be interesting if David does I've just made a big fold versus CVJ. I'm running this. My hand's nice. Kind of cool. But these are the sort of hands that Bert's trying to target. You know, those King Jack Rose, King Queen O's, opens. And then when called, you know, we block the top portion and do well versus the calling range. But yeah, this is really nice by Bert. Good find. Yeah, regarding the coaching, so Div lived in Australia for quite a while, then got kicked out of the country.
Classic.
Yeah, he got deported, which was pretty sad to
that's
lose
brutal.
a friend. And then he has to, you know, he's lived here for a long time. So
How many years does he have to stay out for? Or is it indefinite or?
might be indefinite.
Oh, wow.
He's been trying to get back in. He's working on visas and passports and whatnot, but he's had no luck so far. But yeah, he's in a good friendship group. There are all these young up-and-coming players from South Africa. And he recommended my name for coaching, and I've taken on a couple of them. And super talented, super up-and-coming. And then one of them was able to win a bracelet. It's
amazing.
On his first trip.
Yep.
I think it was second youngest bracelet winner ever.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, it's because he just turned 21.
Yep. Well, congratulations,
incredible.
coach.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do a lot of advertising regarding coaching, or I probably should shout out my students because I'm very proud for them, but I don't want to take the limelight off them.
Of course, yeah.
So don't get me wrong, like I like to think that I'm helping them, but I want to give them the credit, not just, you know, I've led them all the way to victory kind of thing, you know. But yeah, incredible. To win a bracelet is something we all dream of, and for him to do it on his first series in WSOP was insane.
You were there last year, weren't you?
Yeah.
Any aspirations to go back anytime soon?
I wouldn't say soon. I'd probably go every few years.
Yep.
Like, I'm pretty comfortable at home. It's a long trip, long grind.
Yep.
I won't go every year, but I'll probably go maybe every few years.
Yep. And obviously, you're not playing. You mentioned to me earlier in the series that you're not playing as much poker anymore.
Correct.
What's life being like what's it like being like a business rec?
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, enjoyable. I absolutely love the game more than anything. I'll never stop playing, but it was never, I guess, my dream to play full time forever.
Yep.
I've always wanted to, play at the high stakes and battle, but the grinding is tiring. It's tough, and I like being at home. I like being comfortable.
Yep.
Jeez,
That was a
sick
big
run out.
turn for Irwin, but the check from Ismail. We are going to see that 6 arriving on the end. Full house is going to be better than the nut flush.
Jeez, that's sick. Yeah, Owen doesn't like it, man.
Try really hard to like trip him up and get
Yeah, and I think he's going to realize, oh my god, that 15k is such an enticing size.
That time, Dota was like,
Whenever you face like 25% pot when you've got a hand this strong, but you know you never win.
Yeah.
So frustrating. And he's going to let it go.
Good fold. That's good discipline because it's super easy to just flick in the call there.
Yeah.
But yeah, those sort of folds, they're saving those chips. They add up over time. I'm enjoying not grinding as much, being able to selectively play. My body clock is now back on, I guess you'd say, normal time these days, which I feel a lot better for. Healthier.
There was a period of time where when I was living over in Asia, when I did my first trip over there, I was grinding the 7 p.m. until 4 a.m.
Oh, those are killer. Yeah, those US time ones are absolutely killer.
Man. But like the last trip that I did, I changed it so I would play from like 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and then sleep regular hours. Oh my god, it was so much better. It was so much better.
Yeah,
It
that's
feels
way
so
better.
much better about my life. Sunlight. How good is sunlight?
Well, I wasn't seeing it for a while. Yeah, I was pretty white. My girlfriend was making quite a few comments about how white and skinny I was.
It's funny, growing up in Cairns, every time I go back to visit my family, like, man, you're so white, because I used to just live at the beach, swimming for a sport and doing surf lifesaving. I was like tanned pretty much all year round, and now I go back and I look like a ghost, and Mum's just making fun of me the whole time. So.
Yeah, you're the odd one out.
Yeah, massively. He's queen here for Dawu with he had his jacket set in a funny way before, where it was blocking out half of the words, so he looked like his shirt said "butt ass," but it's changed now. As this time the king queen is going to get called from David. He's not folding it twice in a row.
Yeah, I don't think we can fold this one either. We just do too well for this stack depth. But we always are behind.
Yeah, ace queen's at risk. Has to fade kings and hearts. Jack of spades windows safe. 8-4 as well. Blocking backdoor spades too. And that is going to reduce the outs on the turn. Needs to fade kings only. Can do it. Full Michael Dublé to that gentleman in seat 8. Pretty good swing there for Bert. Making himself almost 180k since getting to this table. 218 is very comfortable. But Alex and Ismail with the most chips, 99 and 97 big blinds, respectively. Didn't have any interest in playing the horse or the 8 game. I know that you've played some mixed game in the past.
I do enjoy them, but they're just at the same time as just like other juicy events. So I'm not going to sacrifice playing, the main or Centurion, or for example, to play them.
Do we want to talk about the main, or is it just like a...
Nah, the main's been fine. I've only put in 2 bullets,
Okay,
to be honest. It's been pretty chill.
We
My series has been showers. Like, I haven't cashed anything, but the main I've hardly played so far.
We've had Naj in twice for commentary in the last few days.
Yep.
And he mentioned to us that he's played every main flight and he's in for the max so far. So
And
he's in
it's
for
one-
12, I
it's
think.
one re-entry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's in
that's-
for 12 so far.
Yeah, the series is expensive, man. They add up. I've been pretty blessed. Like, although I haven't cashed anything, I've been 1-bulleting everything.
Oh, that's good.
So, although I am getting wrecked, it's not as bad as it could be.
It's so easy to jump in super early, get dusted, and then just rebuy twice, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're in for 3x, and it's like, oh, God. Alex with the 7 deuce suited facing this open from Dean.
Yeah, you'd see once we start getting to 50% of fields, these start becoming close between defend and not. I'm sure Alex hasn't come in to fold. None of us have.
Queen 6-3, couple of diamonds is a big one for him. Flops himself a flush draw. Dean, though, wrapped around that queen, backdoor flush draw of his own.
Yeah, these sort of ones, if you start betting, you have to start continuing if you get check raised with the back doors. You know, you beat too much stuff like 7-5, 5-4, 4 deuce suited, stuff like that. And this is a nice check back by Dean. I like this. We don't want to see bet every texture.
Now the out's basically double for Alex. He adds gut shot, oh, not double, but they add gut shots as well.
And if you're Dean here, you just hate that turn because you just know, you know, a talented young reg is just going to barrel this all the time.
One of those,
and
like,
you're in the dark.
B75 and then 150 all-in type spots that just put you in the blender.
It'd be interesting, depending on sizing, you're probably meant to continue these sometimes, but it's just so dicey.
Looks like he's going to come with a third.
That's a shame.
8.5K it looks like. No, 9.5, so exactly 1/3. You don't have headphones, but we've been experiencing very in-depth conversations between AJ, Corey, and Bert about everything from card games to playing overseas to all kinds of stuff. So these guys have been chatting basically non-stop. It's been great.
Yeah, I mean, AJ would have great stories, and so would Bert from all their travels and their activities that they've been involved in.
Can he fade the river? Yes, he can. Another 3 on the end as this ace high holds up.
Now, if you're Alex, these ones always suck when they brick out and then also repeat, but it's like you just never win. So,
oh, he gives it up.
He will give up. I think you probably have to start bluffing.
I was wondering whether or not we were going to see the kind of polar 1.3x size or the B33 make it look like a one pair value type thing.
Also, if you think players are just going to start overcalling that run out, these sort of give ups are pretty nice as well, because what's the point of bluffing to something that you're just never folding?
Yep.
So, but you do keep the ranges quite wide when you 1/3 turn. So you might want to start targeting some ace highs, but he probably just thought Dean was never folding, so he just shut down.
Now I got to ask, when are you going to buy an e-bike?
Buy an e-bike?
Yeah, buy an e-bike, because I understand that you're occupying space in somebody's apartment.
Yeah,
right
that's pretty funny. So Dean needed a lift from the airport, and I picked him up. I picked him up on the way to the fantasy, and then he told me that Travis was coming as well. So I had the e-bike in the back because at our place we don't have a lot of storage.
Yeah.
So I just keep it in the boot, which is my girlfriend's e-bike, and we've been meaning to sell it for a while. And
okay. So you were trying to transition out of e-bikes instead of getting into them.
And Travis needed the spot to sit, so we put it in their apartment, and I forgot about it for over a week until it clicked a week later.
Yep. We had Dean in here yesterday, and he said, "Look, it was meant to be like a 24-hour hold thing. I'm starting to wonder if I need to charge rent."
Yeah, I really should get it. It clicked after a week, and I was like, "Oh man, it's literally been chilling in their apartment, and they've probably been looking at it every day. When's he picking it up?"
David fires in the ace queen for 66K. Looks like Bert's not going to be on his bike just yet. Reaching for those reds, 25K a piece. One of those interesting ones. Looks like he's just going to come with call instead of ISOing it. See if anybody wakes up with anything behind. Doesn't seem so far.
Yeah, these sort of ones, like, you can like start call folding. You can just call your entire calling range, and then if someone attacks behind, it's usually pretty strong. Like a hand like 8s and 9s, and then like ace queen.
Yep.
You can start binning. When you go call, you can go call fold, and then the ones you want to continue, call. Maybe ace king, you probably want to jam because you don't really want to entice someone behind with like 9s or 10s.
And this one's just going to be a straight chop. Nobody with any spades. So take the chips back, boys. You're just going to chop up the blinds and ante.
5 black card. That's a win. I was kind of glad you had the same hand.
Wait for the on your bike send off from Dean or Trav the first chance they get.
Yeah, that last hand's a handshake.
Drafter saying, I think AJ is the more famous name on the tail, don't you? I think AJ's the only one that's been on Survivor, so yeah.
Well, it's interesting if you go famous for general population out of poker, you'd say AJ. I'd
Yep.
probably say if you'd say in poker now, you'd probably say Bert.
It'd be close, yeah.
AJ's still relatively well known, but I reckon some of the newcomers might not know who he is. 'cause
And
he's
it
been
also
around
comes
a
down
while.
to like an Australian or an international side of things because Bert's playing all over Asia now.
Correct, and he's got his face in a lot of content.
Yeah.
So
Yep. Yes, we got to get you over to a series in Asia sometime soon. It's been fun as we see David gets that chop through with the ace queen and wakes up with the best hand ever created. What's your favorite aces nickname?
my favorite aces
Yep.
nickname. Oh. Honestly, man, I probably don't have an aces nickname. I've got other like hands that have nicknames, but
go on.
not really aces. We've been calling the pocket jacks the Jonos because
Yeah, I saw that on your post.
Fletcher Smith, his nickname is Jono, and he just loves pocket jacks all over and he's been making a lot of content, so we just call it the Jonos now.
I've been watching it a fair bit. It's been good to watch.
He's been making a lot of content.
He's been playing on like heaps, so that's been
he has.
fun to
So
watch.
shout out Fletcher, the Jonos.
6-3 deuces, Dean whiffs. I got a question from Mick asking, is the 750 mini main okay to play Tell Krilly?
What?
The 750 mini main.
Is it okay to play?
Yeah.
I mean, any event's okay to play, yeah.
When even is that?
I didn't even know they had a mini main. 750.
There's no 750 mini
Yeah,
main.
I think that seems like a bluff. 750? 150? Nah.
What? I'm struggling to see anything that says 750 on this schedule. 750 is a very weird price point that I don't think is really a thing. My deep stack on.
Unless he's talking a different series.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there is one here. I just say any event's usually good to play.
It's an APT event. Teams.
Ah, I see. Then yes. Any APT event, you get the thumbs up from me.
High stakes
Great
heroes,
tournament.
High stakes heroes from AJ deserves more recognition. That was great fun. Did you get a chance to watch those episodes?
I watched a couple, yeah, because I knew some of the boys on there, so watched a few. Yeah, they were relatively enjoyable. I think it's hard if you don't know the guys. It's hard to get involved in those, like really invested. But when you know the guys who are playing, it's enjoyable to watch.
Yep. All right, and now this is a bit of a segue into the next little thing we're going to do. How do you feel Liverpool's going to finish this season? Where do you reckon we're gonna rock up?
Probably top 5, make
Okay.
Champions League and do nothing.
Fantastic.
I'd say we're not going to win a trophy. We'll probably come top 5. Yeah.
All right, Bert with the raise to 10k. Corey finds the flat with the Jack 10 suited. As this hand's going on, there's something that I did with Dean yesterday. I was going to make a video out of this over the course of the series. However, obviously, I'm stuck in here and I have it a couple of days that ended up being spent in the commentary booth instead of on the floor being able to make content. So I'm just going to be doing this with a couple of my co-commentators. With the EPL starting, I've got a segment that I want to do, which is red card, yellow card, or play on.
Okay.
So a couple of different poker instances.
I like this.
And I want you to tell me whether or not this is a red, a yellow, or play on.
Okay.
All right. Celebrating winning an all-in with aces, James Camilleri style.
James Camilleri style?
Yeah.
Like if we do it or if James does it?
No. Like, if you see somebody celebrate like that with aces, winning it all in, is it a red, a yellow, or play on?
Oh, it depends on the player. I'll give a yellow because I
Yellow?
want to say it depends on the player. If I see a reg do that, I'd be shaking my head. But if I see, a recreational in a big spot, that would be like play on. So we'll go in the middle.
Okay, we'll go with yellow.
Yellow,
All right,
yellow.
Fantastic. So we're just going to see this flop quickly. We see the 8-4-3, couple of hearts come out. As it looks like Ismail actually found the 3-bet to 31k. And Corey the only one to peel with the Jack 10 of clubs, but whiffing this board pretty hard. You find floats with this one? 2 overs to the 8, backdoor clubs.
Yeah, float or even some check raises is pretty cool. Like start folding out like ace jack O.
Yep.
Ace 10 O. Especially small size as well. Players tend to like big size a bit more with value hands, but it's hard to say because it's player dependent, but it looks like Corey's gonna... Oh.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to let it go.
Yeah, I think Yeah, it's fine. It's just how Corey perceives his 3-betting range, to be honest. But I would like some sort of continue by Corey. Even check raise is pretty cool. But yeah, fold's fine.
All right, your next question. Stacking your chips in tens.
Play on.
Okay.
'Cause, like if you have 30 chips, right? They're like that's play on.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
play on.
On that note, apparently there's a TDA rule that was made this year that make it so that if you had the ability to stack it in 20s, you have to.
You actually have to?
Yep. they've
Okay.
made it a rule.
I'd say play on if they're countable 5, 10, 20, but start doing like 30s or like
17s or something.
Like,
Yeah.
nah, not for me.
Yeah. Okay. Lining your cards up on a card reader when there isn't one.
Like actually lying.
Like looking at your hand at like an outer table and then lining them up as if there's a card reader.
We'll give it a yellow. A stern yellow. That's egregious. We'll give it a yellow, but it's going to be someone enjoying themselves probably, so they're probably having fun about it.
It's really funny because I asked Dean this and he said a straight red. And Dean Cox.
Yeah, I give it. I'm very lenient with these things. There are a few things in poker-wise that will be a red for me, but these sort of ones are okay so far.
All right, using 30 seconds for every decision in a shot clock event.
Nah, that's a red. Like, I'm on the slower side personally with my decisions, but when it's, your first act or whatever, like, and you have clear decisions, then like, come on. Right. Unless you're near a bubble, then understandable, whatever. But if there's no reason to take 30 seconds, red card.
All right. This one is I probably know where this is going to go, but sunglasses.
Play on.
Yep, cool.
Play on, yeah. I'd be a bit hypocritical if I said straight red. I can wear them, but you can't.
Yeah. Having other people pull your mystery bounties. So you keep playing.
Nah, I'd say play on because there's juju to this. They think that person's lucky.
Yep.
That's play on.
Okay. And last couple here, I've got slow rolling a chop.
If they keep doing it, red. But a one-off, I'll give a yellow.
Okay.
If they keep doing the same joke, like get some new content.
Dean said play on, in fact, encouraged.
Oh, nah. Not over again. Over and over.
And the last one is eating food without cutlery at the table.
Nah, that's a straight red. Nah, that's egregious. Like some of the ones there's certain ones that aren't too bad, like a sandwich that isn't going to be too messy, but you start getting the oily pizzas and stuff.
Yep.
And I've seen people take their sausage rolls out of the packaging and put it in the cup holders as well.
What?
Yes.
No,
I've seen
that's horrific.
a couple of times. So food touching chips is grubby. I walk around with hand sanitizer because
you got to.
People are grubby.
Yep. Well, there you go. There's red, yellow, play on. If you could think of any, then that'll be good. But yeah, Tristan's asking who's commentating. So my name's Jordan Bromley, your regular commentator for EPL, and I'm joined by Lachlan Crilly, who was in this tournament. Unfortunately, not any longer. But waiting to potentially jump into the 600. What was it? 600 speed or something? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'd probably be on right now, but we're chilling.
Yeah. Chill.
Yeah.
Jesse's saying that it's just a straight ban. To be honest, eating food without cutlery, it's not even a straight red. That's just like a 10-game suspension.
Yeah.
It's like, do not pass go, do not collect 200.
Yeah, that's actually a code hanger.
To the flop we go here is let's talk about some poker for once. Queen of clubs, 10-8 behind. The ace-10 of clubs against the 5-3. Bert with middle pair. Deciding not to find the 3-bet pre, just a flat. AJ stabbing. Any club on the turn to be pretty expensive for him. As real time, guys, this field is down below 300 now. So slowly ticking upwards as far as getting closer and closer to that bubble as Bert flicks in the call. If I say closer and closer, we're still 200 people away from it. King of diamonds.
Yeah, this could
Sausage roll in the cup holders. Insane.
Yeah, I've seen it twice. Two separate incidents.
Different people?
Separate, yeah.
That's
It's just
insane.
like, look, I'd say it surprises me, but I've seen some stuff over the years. It's just added to the.
I told Dean this story yesterday. That
it's unbelievable.
to see a 17K barrel from AJ. You ever see Bert go away from this one with a gut shot?
Probably not. But these ones are always awkward, but I think we have to continue. Ranges are very wide. You beat these sort of suited connectors. You beat ace-X. You beat, one gappers. You beat some mergy stuff. So there is a lot of hands you beat, but it does not feel nice. And I feel like AJ is just going to triple this off.
Yep.
And now this is where it becomes really dicey if you're Bert.
And AJ with 1.3x behind, roughly. What are we going to see from him here?
Yeah.
No stranger to these fields. He's probably one of the guys that will have the triple off bluffs, right?
He will. And this is going to be, I don't know, this will just be so awkward for Bert.
It looks like he's going with half pot. Or almost half pot, 40% for 32k. Luke Irving with a ridiculous story. We'll get into that in a sec. You're kidding me.
I've just read dentures. I don't want to read the rest.
But using a time bank.
Yeah, that's insane.
Where are the bluffs going to come from here? Do you reckon we're going to have hands like Jack 7 suited as some of like the best ones to have?
Yeah. Yeah, you got like the, yeah, suited Jack X. You've got
Bert's going to call.
maybe some underpairs that don't jam pre, but they probably start thinking about it. Deuces, threes, fours. That's a really nice call by Bert.
So many of the stronger hands in AJ's range probably wouldn't want to go that half pot size on the end.
Yeah,
right?
it's interesting if he's reading into sizing, how thin he expects AJ to go, and then also if AJ's just going to go bet jam with some King X, like size up turn a bit more to lower the SPR. But yeah, I mean, it's good, very good call by Bert. Read into it pretty well.
Fraser Coast Food Forest on YouTube says, I played a tournament where the dealer went around the table. It got to a certain person and they'd lick their fingers to deal. That has to be a troll.
That can't be real. That cannot
That's like
be
people like licking their fingers to count money. Like,
Well,
that's...
well, today we for the first time ever, I experienced a 2-card flop.
Really?
And then the dealer realized that 3 cards go to the flop when I was all in a call versus Liam Jahu.
No.
And the 3rd card came out and we won the flip,
Oh, good.
but
Well, that's
which is good. But I couldn't believe it. He was kind of looking at us, and then it clicked that he had to put a 3rd card out.
It reminds me of the WSOP story about the dealer that got asked to color up.
Yeah,
You know this story?
I have heard this one. Yeah.
Classic. AJ's going to send in the King Jack for 66k. Owen with 7s with 197k behind of his own.
Yeah, this is probably always a call. Yeah, maybe AJ just thinks that Owen's going to open correctly but overfolds, because these ones probably start becoming folds. Maybe a small bit of 3-bet bluffing, but it probably leans fold versus open. And yeah, I mean, this is a great pickup by AJ. Thinks that Owen's opening somewhat correctly and then overfolding, and yeah.
He's going to take it down. You look at the counts. Ismail's still our chip captain here with 525k. The story from Asia, I won't spend too much time on it because I told it yesterday. I was at a series in Jeju and I walked over to a main event flight to chat to a friend of mine in seat 1. And as I was chatting to him, I saw out of the corner of my eye a gentleman in seat 3 with his elbow on the rail, picking a bleeding scab at the table. Yeah.
There are some serious sickos in this industry, man.
And I turned to my mate and I was like, what's going on? And he just looks at me and goes, don't look at it. Just don't look at it.
I wouldn't say like I'm an absolute like OCD clean freak or like insane hygiene, but I do like some sort of hygiene, and those sort of things they're unbelievable.
Do you guys have any questions for Krilly? Send them through. Probably going to have him for another half hour or so. That's when we are going to be on a break. So I'll to have you until then. And if you guys have any questions, we've got YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all open. What else do you find yourself doing in your spare time these days when you're not working or playing poker? I don't really actually know much about like your hobbies or anything else like that. Like,
Honestly, not a lot. Now I'm pretty flat out. Like I'm either working, coaching, or playing, or spending time with my girlfriend. We've been watching Love on the Spectrum recently.
Oh, yep, classic.
Yeah, which feels like I'm just sitting around at a poker table, to be honest. Like it would be interesting to see like if there was some sort of like TV show for like dating, dating at the poker table or whatever. So,
Yep.
or dating off the felt, something like that. That would be interesting. But yeah, we've been watching that a bit. It's just an easy watch.
Yep.
There's some serious characters on there. So,
Have you watched Ted Lasso?
I haven't. My parents are watching it at the moment. They really recommend it.
Yep.
Apparently, it's really good.
Yeah,
So
I got
we'll add it
Aiden,
to the list.
I got Aiden onto it, and obviously you know how big of a football fan he is.
Once you start,
He loves it.
yeah. Once you start, you don't stop, right?
Yeah. But the good thing is there's only 3 full seasons, and they're just 4 episodes into the 4th. So
Okay.
it's not like a mammoth watch, and it's such an
Okay.
easy watch as well.
Yeah. And that's-
Episodes are like
that's what I
half an hour
enjoy.
long. It's like not like you don't have to lock in and watch a ridiculously long show like Supernatural or something. If you're a Supernatural watcher, by the way, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
Why
we
are you
watched-
watching 17 seasons of a TV show that
Yeah, that's
has
insane.
30 episodes a season? Like that's ridiculous. It's like anime.
I
in a
got my
way.
girlfriend onto Breaking Bad.
Oh,
She'd
yep.
never seen it before,
Yep.
and it's just a really good TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "Oh, let's watch something a little bit more relaxed."
Love on the spectrum.
Love on the spectrum. Yeah.
Kings for Jao Wu, who's zipped up now and don't get to see the butt ass shirt. Over to Bert with the ace 9.
But we'll probably just call.
Yep, he is going to come along. Got a message from Camilla. I don't want to pronounce the surname correctly. Camilla Siama saying hello, Krilly.
Hello, Camilla. Hope you're going well. Always an ace. The magnets. Always an ace.
Never a doubt. Best way to get into live poker? Probably by car or
Yeah.
train sometimes.
If you're talking about starting to play,
Did
there's heaps of stuff on.
Did you start playing at pub games or did you start playing online?
Yeah, pub games to start with.
Was it with your dad?
No, it was the other way around. I got him into it.
Right, okay.
I grew up playing a lot of cards with my family, but then we when I hit 18, hit the pub games, and then played a little bit online, and then 2022 was when I really started actually playing more and studying quite
Yep.
a lot. So haven't been around that long, I guess. I have, but I haven't.
Yep. As we see the Jack of Diamonds turn, Bert with a hammerlock on this one with that top pair. Wu finding the turn bet with the Kings. What's the river going to bring? It is the 6 of Hearts. No help to him. SBR of 0.5 exactly on the end.
Yeah, I expect this to just go check, check. Seems somewhat thin
Does just go check, check.
to go. Yeah.
Let's give us 1 sec, folks.
Just a reminder to all players, while you have a live hand in front of you, you should not be touching your phone or other electronic devices.
I think Liam sent me the first fight.
Yeah, the first one was the most games.
All right, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, guys. I'm going to leave you in Krilly's very safe hands. I'll be back very soon.
1-0 or 2-0.
He likes my time.
He likes MMA more, but he likes.
All right, looks like you guys are stuck with me for a bit while Jordan goes out. Looks out for another feature table.
Yeah, it's actually just a weapon.
But he prefers striking.
He prefers stand-up.
I used to be really big into
Can't say I've ever seen Supernatural.
5 or 6 years. I follow it less.
Looks like a long watch. I just don't have the time to be punching out that many episodes, but I have heard it's quite good. Daniel says time to riot. It's not my style. I'm too chill. Wow, the cooler incoming. CVJ's got the jacks on the button. He will be 3-betting an under the gun range, which is quite strong. He might even flat. We'll see how he perceives Ismail's open. Looks like he's gone 3-bet. And Erwin's got kings, which is a pretty good hand. I'll be interested if he takes jam or he's going to start clicking.
I watched around that 2010s.
I like click personally, but you know I do see some players start jamming these spots.
Yeah, you got a weakness. You get grappling's super important now as well.
And he will. Interesting to see. Yeah, this is really, really tough if you're Corey because these spots are super underbluffed because Corey's he's 3-betting, you know, a gun 9 open. We're 9-handed here. Yeah, this is really uncomfortable. Players tend to under 4-bet bluff, especially cold 4s, and looks like he's got the folding face on. Yeah, this is really, really good fold by Corey. Yeah, that's classy. Camilla says, sing us a song. Nah, you don't want to hear my singing voice, to be honest. It's not very good. We'll stick to the poker.
He was a great fighter.
I love kickboxing and Muay Thai.
Kickboxing's sick.
James says, did you say you don't play much anymore? Yeah, that's right. Like, I'm still playing quite a lot online, but I haven't been playing as much on the live circuit. I'm enjoying staying enjoying staying at home, to be honest, playing online and then traveling to, you know, the bigger series and APT stops as part of the role. So I haven't been going to many of the local stuff. It's a long time to be away. We've been grinding a long time, you know, 4 years non-stop. So it is nice to have a break. Fishman says, do you sell action or have 100% of yourself in these ones? In the past, I've sold. For this series in particular, I haven't really sold, but I do give some of my closest mates a sweat and a little bit of action, just to say thank you for always believing me and backing me. So I'm more on the not sell side these days.
I got to say, a little bit, sorry to scare everybody that I popped back in. I have to ask, why didn't we get an APL Million mix this year?
True. I've been slack, man. Like, I've been busy. It's weird. I've been busy, but not busy, if that makes sense. So I have been pretty flat out with the transition into more work life and then coaching and whatnot. So didn't have as much time to jump on the decks or create a mix, which is sad because I do quite enjoy it.
And out of curiosity, you've mentioned coaching a couple of times. Obviously, we spoke about your student that won the WSOP bracelet. How many hours a week does that kind of occupy your time?
It kind of depends if we're becoming towards a big series or not. I'd say consistently I'm doing 3 or 4 sessions a week.
Oh wow, okay. Like
so
hour sessions?
Around hour sessions. Before APL Millions, I was doing a lot. Like I was doing like 5 or 6. Some up to 2 hours. So usually when there's a series coming up or a big one, a lot of the boys or the local guys want to get some reps in.
Yep.
But I do consistently do, you know, around 3-4 sessions a week, hour sessions.
Not sure if you covered off the question from Nathan. Is there a bad beat that you remember very clearly? We always tend to remember the tough ones.
Not honestly. If you asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said yes. But it's just like when we play so much, it just all kind of like gels together.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like beats per se, but I do remember hands where it was like a high equity spot.
Yep.
You know, like a big flip for, you know, 3-handed for 6 figures or, you know, a flip for the win in a main, stuff like that. But bad beat, I mean, I cop 1-outers all day online. So I wouldn't say I remember bad beats per se, but I remember high equity spots.
Similar for me. I don't really remember bad beats, but I do pretty vividly remember hands that I totally punt. Or hands that I just absolutely entirely butcher.
Correct.
There was a hand like 4 or 5 years ago that I played on Drakakis FT. I was 3-handed with Norvok and Mitch Bognar, where I just absolutely blasted it off in a spot that, like, in hindsight, like at the time, it probably didn't look too bad, but in hindsight, I'm like, dude, what on earth am I doing? So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar as well. Like, I'm not too worried about the result. I'm more worried about how I play.
Yep.
So I get quite upset with myself if I don't play well or make a mistake.
Yep.
Trying to not be as results orientated as we can because we're still humans.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's much more important about the process than the result.
Being your own harshest critic's a bit of a blessing and a curse in that sense, right?
It really is, yeah.
Brickers is asking, what is work, Krilly? Brickers you probably might have played a little bit with, maybe in the PLO streets, potentially.
Who's that, sorry?
He chats a fair bit. I'm not sure whether or not you may have played some PLO online with him. He plays PLO with Naj and a couple of those other guys, but unsure if it's a kind of familiar face.
Every single one, well, most of those losses, my dad went to every one.
Unsure.
Name may not ring any bells. That's all right.
No.
So, but yeah, what is work, Krilly?
I'm transitioning into an accounting role. So I don't have an accounting background, but a guy from North Brisbane, his name's Roger. He's got an accounting firm on the north side of Brisbane. And he came with a really good opportunity to come work with him and then eventually take over the business. So,
Oh, wow.
So I've never wanted to work for someone, but the idea of running my own business is quite nice.
Yep.
So yeah, learning through him, which is fantastic. He's a great boss. And then slowly we'll, as I get more experience, go back to uni, we'll look into taking over the business, which is a really cool opportunity.
See Dao Wu sending in the King 10 off suit. Nobody waking up with anything just yet. Oh, Ismail wakes up with the Ace Jack and Dean with Ace 10 of his own.
Yeah, these ones with King 10-0 tend to be either folds or raise folds, even off 11. So I think what's going to... Ooh. Yeah, Ismail looks like he's called, yeah, which means easy fold for Dean.
AJ obviously not sticking around. Gonna hold on to his 14 bigs. Let's see all 5. We saw a 10 folded as well, so that's not going to be too good for Wu. See whether or not he can locate himself a king to stay in this one. As the triangle's in the right place, I hope you're happy, Monster. Anyway, onto the flop.
It's always funny how these King 10-0 spots, they just, they run good.
Well, oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
What a read as the boat outs are dead as well.
Basically flopping dead.
Oh, sorry, the straight outs are dead as well. Turn
Yeah.
card is a 5, and that is going to be the full double for the King 10.
So yeah, these ones are always these open jams that are just not open jams. I see quite often that they just get rewarded a lot. Nice hand.
I'm seeing a bit of a commonality that a couple of the boys at the series, unsure if it's something that you are specifically doing as well, but a lot of the guys are playing tennis or pickleball and stuff. Do you get in the mix?
Yeah, Nathaniel and I have already gone for a hit. Only once. We've been wanting to play a bit more, but we've been busy here.
Yep.
We play quite a bit of tennis with each other. We're awful. Like, we're actually terrible, but it's nice to have a hit.
Yep.
We always try and do something physical when we're at a series, whether it's like paddle or tennis or something, to break up the series.
Not quite on the golf streets yet?
No, I probably play like a couple of times a year
Yep.
with my dad, but that hasn't happened recently because I beat him for the first time and I haven't been asked back.
Well, happens to the best of us. Usually whenever I play golf, I start poorly, but then by drink 10, I'm okay.
Okay. Sounds like table tennis at Christmas. When you start getting on the drinks, the superpowers come on.
It's really funny, actually. Christmas for me, we had a table tennis table, but as soon as I turned 18, because my brother's about 8 years older than I am, as soon as I turned 18 or 19, it wasn't a table tennis table, it was just a beer pong table. And
the transition.
to the extent that one Christmas I went to like a cash converters and bought an old like weightlifting belt, and then went to a craft store and got like a cork circle and printed off and made an intercontinental beer pong championship.
That's great.
And
I do like that sort of stuff because everyone's got their own family traditions and there's always some sort of game involved.
Yep. 10-6-3 as David locates himself top pair off 13. It's like a bet of 6,000 from Irwin, and we are going to see that check raise come out from the top pair. So I think you see a fair bit at the sub 15 big blind streets.
Yeah. Yeah, these ones become really awkward. That's why you start seeing some of these check back on these sort of textures. Because it's so annoying having to fold.
Yep.
Because we just don't know, you know, he's going to have some, 7-8, 7-9, 5-4, 7-5. Whereas we can check back and, realize that backdoor equity a bit more. But when we do bet, when he makes it that size, we just have to sad fold, I think.
Yep. Now, obviously, the series going for a pretty extended period of time. Does the boss have any interest in coming to play?
He does play. So
No, not that boss.
Oh, the real boss.
The real boss.
No, she was here for the last couple of days. I've said, do you want to come play? I'll put you in a couple of events, but she wants, when she plays something, she wants to be the best at it.
Right. Yep.
So she doesn't want to play something where she thinks she's losing.
Yep. I know people like that.
So she doesn't want to jump in a 150 or an 80 or something and just not really know how to play, because she knows the rules, but she's very, very competitive.
Yep.
So she doesn't want to jump in and then not know what to do.
Actually, that reminds me. Earlier on, you mentioned that you kind of got into poker after playing card games with the family. What card games were we playing in the Crilly household?
We grew up playing a lot of hearts and a lot of 500.
Yep.
Even some like 5-card 2-draw
Okay. Yep.
stuff, and then we kind of transitioned into other than like board games and like and stuff. We transitioned. Oh, we did canasta as well.
Yep.
And then we went into like Hold'em and stuff.
Yep.
After.
Ismail finding kings and finding the 3-bet to 24K. David with 19 bigs and sixes.
I think this is pretty straightforward muck.
Hands come off the cards. Seems like he's still interested in maybe sending it, but eventually does just fold. Back over to Alex with the jack-8 of clubs. Ismail's been pretty quiet. Haven't really seen many 3-bets from him.
He has made it really small though. Like 2.4x.
Would you rather continue as a flat with the jack-8 or maybe turn this one into a 4-bet?
Well, it's how you perceive his 3-bet size. A lot of these ones don't tend to have the best value in it. From what I've seen, they tend to be like that middling portion of value. So it actually becomes a pretty cool 4-bet. Like if you're targeting like ace-jack, ace-10, 9s, 10s, stuff like that. But if you really don't know, then call's also fine. Even fold, even though we don't like folding to those small sizes. I think all three are probably decent.
We are going to see an ace. There's always an ace. For the second time in a row, there's an ace, as kings see a flop in a 3-bet pot. It's bottom pair backdoor flush draw for Alex as well, facing 25%. Just snap lets it go.
Yeah, I think this is a really good fold. You can just be dead. So, and you just have no sort of clarity on later streets either. Bricks and...
This is the first time you've been called out in the chat, Crilly. Jordan Riley saying, did this banana just call it instead of uno?
Yeah. I'm not Spanish, man. Everyone can have the argument, whatever. I still call it And I understand that it is uno, but I've always called it so I'm happy to be technically wrong.
And outside of the card games that you're playing, were there any board games in the mix?
Oh, yeah, we play tons.
Yeah.
We play Boulder Dash, we played Pictionary, we played Trivial Pursuit. We played all of them.
Yeah. Scattergrees was a go-to for me.
Scattergrees, we got Scattergrees. We had... What else we played? We played this game called Telestrations.
Oh, haven't heard of that.
So it's like Chinese whispers, but Pictionary.
Right.
So you get a word, and then you pass it on, and they draw the word, and then you've got a picture, and you have to guess it, and it goes around in the circle. Each person has a sketch pad.
Yep.
So you're trying to get your word that you've got on a card, go all around the circle, and come back as the drawing and the guess.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
That's very cool. Imagine that would take a lot of time.
Yeah, I'd say one round takes 5 minutes,
Okay.
10 minutes, something like that. The more people obviously takes longer, but if you've got an artist in the crew, then mine takes very quick because I'm a garbage drawer. But
yeah, me too.
Some of my family are artists, so.
Dean Stacey says Krulog is the man. Whatever he says it is, that's what it is. So it is
Well, thanks, Dean. I know. I actually know technically I'm wrong, but I've just always called it So.
Over in Asia, a lot of the games that are played kind of at bars around poker series is Liar's Dice.
Okay.
Massive over there.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
So have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes.
So you know the dice game that they play?
Yes.
That's Liar's Dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I
so
do know. Yeah.
Everybody gets 5 dice, and you basically shake the dice up, have a look at them, and then you have to make guesses on how many of a certain dice are going to be in all of the dice collectively.
Okay.
So you could start off by saying like 4 5s, and then you have to increase to 4 6s, and then you have to go to 5 of something.
Yep.
And you keep going around until somebody says, I don't believe you, or call or whatever. And then lift their cup up, and then if that collective has that amount or doesn't have that amount, then they either win, and if you call and you're wrong, then you remove a dice and you keep playing.
Yeah.
And if the other person's wrong, then they take a dice out and you keep going until people have no dice left.
Yeah, that sounds a lot of fun.
But yeah, I've played games in Asia with 7 people and like 35 dice. It just gets mental.
Yeah, that would go on forever.
Yeah. The Ace Jack is going to have the best hand at Showdown here, going for pretty thin value.
Yeah, this is good. I think when we get to this street, yeah, we can feel comfortable, especially if we think our opponents aren't going to be check raise bluffing enough. I think if you Dow, you're just not winning here enough.
Yeah, and he does fold.
He'll fold.
Real time, we're down to 276 entries. These guys are on actually their 30-minute dinner break, so in 8 minutes' time, we're going to be disappearing for half an hour. We are going to be resetting the stream, so make sure you keep an eye out for the new stream that's going to be on this one. We are going to be playing until the conclusion of level 19 today, which is going to be around that 1 a.m. local, and then we're going to be having a relatively quick turnaround, 10 hours to 11 a.m. tomorrow to resume day number 3. Let us know in the chat who you guys want to see on stream or who you want to see in the commentary booth. Obviously, there's going to be a few fallen soldiers out there. We might be able to go and try and find them and bring them in. You got any updates on any of your mates with stacks out there on break?
Honestly, no idea.
Okay.
I'm sure if I checked the Instagrams, there'd be people posting updates.
We can find out how Jackson Young's going on his 800th bullet of the series.
Cooper's got 550k.
Nice.
40 minutes ago.
Awesome.
Jackson, I think he's still in.
Yep.
I don't know.
Wow. That's amazing.
Oh, no, he's out. He ran Kings into Queens.
Oh, wait, Kings into Queens?
Sorry, Queens into Kings.
Right,
Queens
okay.
into Kings, my bad.
Given how he's run so far this series, Kings into Queens probably sounds pretty accurate.
It does.
It
yeah.
probably could be, yeah.
Yeah.
GG's to Jackson. We want Theo Guskus on stream. No idea who that is, but I can try my best. Ace 10 for Dow, 20 big blinds. Do we just send this?
I think he's inducing, which I kind of like. I really like this.
Snap folds all the way around as AJ's blocking half the screen.
If you think that your opponent's capable or going to overdo it, then you want to widen your 3-bet calling off range. And this one goes in there. These suited combos play better posts, so that's pretty nice find.
Now, if you were to put together a mix, what kind of tunes are we listening to lately? If we're pulling out your phone and pressing play on your last song on Spotify, what are we listening to?
Well, I was listening to something today. My playlist is called Slappuccinos.
Of course.
And you can imagine a lot of it is like techno. I listen to a lot of techno, a lot of drum and bass. Not as much house these days. Not as much hard style, but I still listen to anything sort of EDM style, but mainly techno.
As far as the drum and bass you listen to, what level of drum and bass? Like melodic drum and bass or the kind of heavier jump up stuff? Or
Mix.
Okay.
I like all of it. Yeah.
You might be interested to know then HeadX, who's like a pretty heavy D&B jump up artist, is announcing a tour or a festival tour in Australia called My Home is the Rave.
Yep.
So it sounds like that one's going to be coming either later this year or early next year. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
It's one thing that I'm missing living in Asia is that I'm a massive EDM fan, mainly the heavier stuff like dubstep, rhythm, drum and bass, kind of the UK garage type stuff.
Yep.
I don't get any of it in Macau. None of it. None.
Okay.
I'm restricted to watching YouTube sets, and there's no live shows anywhere. There's stuff in Hong Kong.
Showers.
Occasionally, like there's one actually that's happening on the 28th that I'm going to miss out on in Hong Kong.
Okay.
But there's nothing. There's just absolutely nothing. If I want to get my share of it, I don't know, maybe next year I'll go and check out EDC Thailand, which could be an option. But yeah, for the most part, I'm really drawing dead in Macau for that, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because I used to love going to shows. I used to go to dubstep shows.
Yeah,
like
I know
once
you were
a month or
saying
so.
you enjoy quite a few.
I think I remember sending you songs and never hearing back. So yeah, sick. Great.
I'm awful at replying.
Yo, well, Dean actually said it to us yesterday. He said if Krilly hasn't replied to you, don't worry. It's the same thing for everybody.
Honestly, it's not personal at all. I just get lost in my own mind, my own world. And then 2 weeks later, I'll just go on a spree of like, oh my gosh, I haven't replied to all these people. I'll just reply and I'll start a conversation that was 3 weeks ago. Well, continue it.
Out of curiosity, that ring that you're rocking, is that an aura ring or is that just an accessory?
Nah, just something. I think my sister got me.
Yeah,
one
nice.
my sister got me, one my mum got me, and I'm more like if someone gets something for me, I'll wear it because it means something. I don't tend to buy my own jewelry and wear it personally.
We are going to see AJ finds the 4s open off of 12 and gets 3-bet by Bert.
Yeah, I think this is just a fold, and I think he might start 4-bet whacking this. But I think these sort of ones are just clear folds because we just don't get to realize post a lot, and when we get 3-bet, it sucks.
Wow, he's going to call.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
See you later, boys.
We're going to see a flop here.
But also, I know AJ, he's super experienced, does his own thing, and he's had a lot of success, and I can see why. I can see why.
4 in the window. What is this about?
That's outrageous.
SVR of 0.5. Backdoor diamonds do need to be dodged.
I think if you're Bert, you just start whacking this.
Yeah, I mean,
you balance it off with, your 3-bet bluffs that miss.
With the King Queen O's and stuff that you might take,
So he's going to be looks like he's inducing.
Looks like,
yeah, he's betting tiny.
Like 12.5% comes out.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised. I think Bert's going to be very surprised to see 4s here. He won't be. Yeah.
Bert's like, what, man?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the power of the AJ, I guess.
Yeah.
We want a diamond for a sweat.
What an interesting way to play a hand. I mean, I guess if you know you're going to flop a set, it's like, fine. Needs to fade 110 or backdoor diamonds. It's not the start that Bert's looking for. Needs a 10 on the end. King of clubs, full double for AJ. And one of the odder played hands we've seen on the feature table so far. What was it we were talking about before?
We were talking about music.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, I have another playlist called Time to 3-Bet the Heads. Just when I've just had enough and the heads are annoying me, and then that goes on and it's just like really hard techno. And I usually just blast my stack off, to be honest.
And if we want to listen to hard techno, any artists you'd recommend? Are we like, is this like Sarah Landry adjacent stuff or a little bit less
Yeah, it's a
commercial?
mix. Like I do like commercial stuff. Like I do like Marlon. I like Pegasus. I like. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I don't think a lot of people know a lot of artists, but maybe you do.
It's actually funny. It's somebody that you would love to have a conversation with music about. It's a bit random. It's Patrick Antonius.
Yeah,
I got the chance to do an interview with him in Jeju. First ever poker interview I do, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Antonius." I'm like, "Yeah, cool." But we were scheduled to chat for 15 minutes. Ended up chatting for 45 minutes about all kinds of stuff. Spoke for about 15 minutes about music,
and he just frothed it.
He just loves like underground house. He bought a house in Ibiza mainly because he loves like that kind of
really
music.
sick,
So
yeah.
I asked him for some recommendations, and he goes, "Man, everybody that they listen to, nobody would know.
No one would know.
Yeah, it's just like
it's
super
very
underground
interesting
stuff."
There's like a lot of like niche guys that unless you're in like, in the scene, like DJ Heartstring is probably more mainstream now, and then like
he mentioned
Melugi.
like at the time he mentioned Solomon as like one person that he like really liked from ages ago that's now commercial.
Yeah.
That like
some ones like Kyle Starkey, and there's some like local guys that unless you're in the scene, it's hard to know.
So a flop we go, ace queen against kings, an ace window and a queen.
Yeah.
Third time is not the charm for the kings. Aces everywhere today.
It's just the magnets, man.
Gut shot though.
This is how it works. Ace queen always beats kings.
Yep. 5 of diamonds on the end.
Ace queen always beats kings, and king 9 always flops 2-pair.
And
That's just how it works.
And on that note, we are going to go to our half-hour dinner break. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Krilly, thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me, Jordan.
Anytime. Really appreciate the chat. Have enjoyed it as well. And hopefully all of you guys have learned a little bit from Krilly while we're here. And we are going to disappear for 30 minutes on YouTube and Facebook. We are going to be refreshing the stream, so make sure you go and find the new one for that. Till then, 276 players remaining in real time. That number in the top right, not quite accurate. We're playing down to level 19 today. Enjoy your break, get some water. We'll see you guys very soon.
Au revoir.
I think I had 13K at one point.
I know you're not with.
I should find out keys.
King's no good for you, Brad. I mean, they squeeze suited, but they squeeze suited.
600 springs. 6-0 and
I've already seen him peel aces here.
I would have done the same thing.
Table 1 when they come back, they go to table 1. Table 1 far left side, near the back.
Thank you.